Hey Sagittarius, welcome back. Welcome to September. This month will have us asking ourselves a lot of questions that are typically running in the background of our minds, but we maybe never give enough attention to. There's a feeling of being cornered, but it's not so threatening, but it's weird because you're confident, but you're still feeling the need to protect. Okay, defend. Let's talk about this. Venus has just moved into Virgo. What this means is our ability to discern the direction in which we move is getting more refined. Okay, what does that mean? Your purpose in life is sort of being tested in order to sharpen your vision and your emotion, but your momentum is the word I'm looking for. Okay, you've sort of been pushed up against financially, probably morally. I feel like your boundaries have been they need reinstated. Okay, they could use a closer up look. Mercury goes retrograde in Libra right before the Pisces full moon. I really suggest that you pull yourself together long enough to do the very basics of your finances. Okay, I'm talking about old taxes, your monthly income and expenses. I feel like the Mercury retrograde's already affecting me. I apologize. But that's exactly what you're going to want to give yourself this week, to just do everything you can this week. Finances, okay? Even if it's really emotional, you're going to be launched in a totally different direction if you don't have the ball sort of moving on certain basic financial structures in your life, okay? I know that's vague. We're going to get into more detail, but there's just so much going on. I will tell you this. Keep in mind throughout the month, the last week of the month will offer some relief. If you're feeling too much, you need a break, if you feel exhaustion and all that, there's relief coming. But it's going to get kind of serious before that, okay? The Knight of Wands is that feeling of excitement, that spark, that motivation, that fire that keeps you focused, undistracted and just passionate, okay? In September and in Virgo season, it's so tough for most of us right now because there's 6 planets retrograding. It's gonna feel like slow, okay? The Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me. don't be surprised and don't feel like there's anything wrong with you. Don't feel like, you're not doing enough. Definitely don't burn yourself out. The Hermit card is Virgo season. It's all this Virgo energy. There is a patience, a special type of patience required. And you can turn this passion inward for sure. This is going to be something that other people don't see right away, okay? It's going to be something that you're probably going to be questioned about. Virgo season, everybody's got something to say. And they're not very tactful in communication. But for you especially, miscommunication or overly emotional communication, reactive, within the next, within the next few weeks, that can send you on like a spiral, okay? Man, my throat's been clear this whole time, but as soon as I start talking to you, Sagittarius, you may need to drink more water. I'm gonna rewatch this. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I kept filming. You're gonna be here. You're gonna be here in this sort of, I think the way I described it on TikTok last week was you're sort of like a racing horse, with the gate closed, and you may feel the adrenaline pumping, but the problem is the direction of everything right now is paused. It's not a lot of momentum forward. What you need to do is look at it more like the drawback of the arrow, right? So you're in the drawback stage right now. You don't want to release an arrow prematurely because it's not going to land on your target and it's not going to go as far. It's not going to be as powerful. You understand this. I don't need to explain projectiles to a Sagittarius. But the seeds that you plant in this stillness, okay, this passion directed inward, this newfound love for yourself, these are seeds that will soon be watered, okay? They're all seeds. Because you're going to be here anyway. You may as well learn to enjoy it, right? I mean, is that not what Sagittarius is best at? Finding the optimism, the silver lining in situations. This is the time out that you've been needing. This is you finally getting and feeling as if your ducks are in a row. Yeah, it's gonna be a change of pace, and it's gonna look way different than it's looked previously, because you've probably been in somewhat of a cycle like this. You feel disappointment or loss of some sort. You take steps to correct it and back to the drawing board because something is misaligning, something's, not catching in the works of things, or so it seems. So rather than implement new no, actually, that's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to implement new ideas within the the seed planting, okay, and new ideas about your expectations about it, you know. Let me keep pulling. This is gonna have a lot to do with money and your work. Some of you are going to be triggered this month into, here she is again, the Queen of Wands. Some of you are gonna be triggered at work to a point where something is said or something said after work and it gets back to, you know, and you may not care, that's fine, but the potential for that to happen is very high. And if you aren't ready for that, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't want to have unnecessary drama this month. You really want to start burning off some bridges to like just things that aren't feeding you in the ways that you need fed, or maybe depleting you, draining you, just not worth it, because people are going to be very argumentative from about the 15th to the 20th. You know, things might smooth out. Most things will smooth out by September 22nd when the sun moves into Libra. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We're at a standstill, okay? Think of this as like a long line at the airport, okay? And you have nothing but time, and you know you're gonna send your bags through the checkout, or not the checkout, but the conveyor belt, and you know you need to decide what you're bringing with you. You need to pack lightly in Virgo season. Just trust me with this. Anything that is triggering you, coming at you, stressing you out, it can have a super just detrimental effect on your health, especially. Okay, I have these angel cards I'm going to pull here shortly. They're a little more positive, but I'm here to tell you the messages you need to hear, Sagittarius. And your decisions are really important. Don't take your decisions, your thoughts, your words for granted this month. Think of them as little gifts, okay? Think of your words as gifts to people. So if somebody's coming to you talking about something that was, or something that happened previously, or the way things used to be, okay, you need to decide if you're going to live out of that, what was, or what currently is, okay? Because this isn't, this night is so much self-sabotage just within these two cards. Okay, these three cards, they're all swords. Your decision to redirect your gifts elsewhere, because wherever you plant these little seeds, these little gifts, okay, I know my analogies don't always make sense, but I know you're following. So, you know, it's breeding more of what you're trying to end. If something's, you know, creating more and more stress in your life over time, I mean, that's over a short amount of time, this can be illness. Especially pay attention to your health during Virgo season. I'm going to pull some more. Okay, so the home, your home. So by the 10th, you're going to want to have your finances cleaned up and also your home, just your personal space. It's definitely time to, get trash bags out, fill them with stuff that you haven't touched in a year, and just make room. Like the clutter, the, unused items. Basically, it doesn't even have to be clutter, just anything that no longer has the same value, okay? Not only is it money, but it's also values, okay? Money and value go hand in hand, and I think Sagittarius is going to learn that this month in a good way. Okay, but this week of the 15th and through the 20th, okay, that's Mars in Gemini, which is directly across from you. Okay, sorry. So Mars in Gemini is directly across from you. Venus in Virgo and Mars in Gemini from the 15th to the 18th, 19th, 20th. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be this battle type war energy. And here we have the awakening on the bottom. The sun, like with basically the full moon that's happening in Pisces, the sun being in Virgo, you want to leverage yourself in this Queen of Pentacles direction. I'm going to pull an angel card for you. This deck is kind of hard for me to shuffle, but it's gonna wrap this reading up really well. I already know. These cards are pretty stellar. Like closing out with them. Sagittarius. The Ten of Fire. Too much work. Accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. Okay. I'm very serious when I say, stress isn't a normal human reaction. I really recommend watching some Dr. Joe Dispenza on stress, anxiety, and fear, and, conditioning the body out of those things. Excuse me. I don't know what is up with my voice today with your reading, because I've done other readings and I was fine. But please take care of yourself. Please do not, play too many games in this next few weeks. It's going to make a big difference for you from now through the end of the year. I would like to see you come out on top. So please take care of yourself. I love you, Sagittarius. Subscribe if you're not already. Like, comment, talk to me. I want to hear from you. And also go watch the Wandering Witch channel and view her Goddess Hestia video, because it's going to be a great boost to your Virgo season experience. All right. Bye, Sag.